What's going on? Welcome back to BoltsLandia. I am Bolts, and you might be wondering to yourself, why is he standing in such a tight area? Well, let me give you a real quick look. Right down there is the end of our mining system, and we will be putting in an item elevator. That elevator is going to travel all the way up here, and then probably another 10 blocks higher than it is right now. But we cannot do that as of right now because we have nowhere for that item elevator to actually end up to be able to take it into what we want our sorting system to be, which will eventually flow through every single one of these chests. Now, all of these chests have to have a couple things. Number one, they have to have the items designated for each one, and also number two, I'm lacking just a few hoppers. So, what the plan is for today is I got to figure out how many hoppers I'm going to actually need. Now, that's a real simple thing to do. All you got to do is, count every chest and you'll figure out how many hoppers. But to build a hopper, you have to have iron and also some chests. Now, you need 5 iron and 1 chest to do that. Now, right behind me right there are 18 columns of chests. Each column contains 7 chests as well per column. So if we went 18 plus 18 plus over there another 18 and another 18, that's going to leave us with 72 columns, which times that by 7 will be 504 chests, double chests, which basically means we need 504 hoppers, which you multiply that by 5, and if my math is correct, I think it's like 2,500, or yeah, 2,520 iron ingots, plus another, just measly 504 chests to go inside of those as well. So, with that being said, we have got some work to do. I have replaced every single last bit of my my armor that I had going on there too. It was looking pretty haggard, and right now I'm so glad I finally got everything set back up, minus my helmet. The lid on top's not quite as strong as I'd like it to be, but I got the projectile protection. Most of the time I'll just put regular protection on that one. Blast for my chest, fire for the pants, and well, it looks like I got some regular protection on the boots this time. So plus a bunch of other goodies on that. All of them have mending and of course unbreaking 3. So you know what? To gather up some of this iron, what I want to do is head on over to the iron farm. So I will meet you guys over there in a second. Okay, so I am over here at the iron farm, and I'm actually below it right now. So let me show you guys what we have inside here right now. We have, oh wow, we have all sorts of iron. Let me see here. Let me put these into blocks. In fact, can I put them into blocks right now? Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I don't think it's 4, right? It's gonna be 9. I'm going to need 9. That's right, I am. It's just, why not try it? Okay, so here's the deal, guys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to AFK here overnight, and I want you down in the comment section to tell me how much iron I'm going to have by the time this night is over. Now, and I'm not talking about night in the game. I'm actually going to leave my console on. There's a way to do that by plugging your USB into your remote, taking the batteries out of your remote, and letting your Xbox or console stay on all night long. So I'm going to take these poppies out because I don't necessarily think it's going to fill it all the way up. And if it does, I'm going to be like, oh no. But hey, we got to try it out. So anyways, like I said, we have, as of right now, almost there. Almost there, guys. Sorry for the torture here. We are at that point right there. We got 3 solid stacks of blocks of iron, plus a stack of iron and 33. So when I get back, we will see how much we have. So like I said, down in the comment section, put down how many, let's say, stacks of just iron ingots there will be. And it will probably be close to an 8-hour session. All right, we are back. So I AFK'd for a little longer than I was expecting. Oh, look, there's an Enderman. He's just taking stuff, moving around. Yeah, so I was basically AFK for almost, oh my gosh, 18 hours. And now I haven't checked the chest yet. Apparently that's the block the Enderman took. He's like, yeah, I'm going to take this. This is my block. I'll take it and place it wherever I want. So I haven't checked inside the chest yet. I'm getting ready to right now. Now you have to realize too that on console, the AFK farms for iron are not as efficient. Especially this AFK farm is not quite as efficient as some of the other ones that you'll see on PC. So let's take a look and see how much iron we actually got. Okay, well, we didn't get as much as I thought we'd get, but we did get some. And that's going to be great. That's actually going to help us out a lot with a lot of the hoppers that we're going to need for our storage unit. I say storage unit, sorry, storage system. My bad. But yeah, basically we had, I think, 33 right here and down. So we basically have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, close to 8 stacks, which, better than a kick in the pants, and I didn't have to really do anything for it. So yeah, that'll work out nicely. So all right, let's take a little walk up here real quick so I can kind of show you the iron golem farm. Apologize for pausing there. Let me see here. I'm so used to live streaming, and I'm still getting used to all of this. Whoa, wait a minute. What? No. How? How is he back? Okay, so this is absolutely insane. Let me tell you something right here. This is incredible. So, I do play on survival on hard. This map has never once been put on creative. Now, I have put it on peaceful mode, and most of the time when I'm doing that, it is strictly to be able to give a tour. Well, I'd gotten all 4 wither skeletons put into place. Oh my gosh, this is sweet. Does he still have the name tag, though? That's what I need to find out. Oh my gosh, this is like amazing. Right now, this is something that I will be absolutely stoked about. So I put it on peaceful during not live stream. I seriously just did that. Well, hello, Mr. Villager. How are you doing? Yeah. Dang it. Okay, yeah, there's my my great derpiness at its best, and how I really do suck at this game. So this is what I wanted to do. I needed to come over here. I needed to see if he has a name tag, because if not, I've got to run and go grab one. And this is amazing to me because, as I was saying before, what had happened was, oh, yep, there he goes. That's Thunder Buddy number 1. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to tell the live stream about this. This is something that I had put it on peaceful to give a tour. Okay, and Abe number 3. Now the live stream, the Thunder, that's the name of the group that are pretty loyal viewers, I might add. They gave the names to these wither skeletons, and I had 4 of them at one point. Now, I was giving a tour. Here I go again. I'm going to say it and try to actually complete a full sentence this time. I was giving a tour, and I threw it on peaceful right after I had gotten all 4 of these guys, and I wasn't even thinking, because these were the first hostile mobs that I have actually collected on this map. And I am so happy that they are in here, because they basically disappeared when I... Oh my goodness, they're here. Cool. I'm so happy. Yes. Hold clay in my hand. So I'm very happy. They had basically despawned, because when you go into peaceful mode, that's what happens. And lesson learned, will no longer ever do that again. I'll make sure I have a backed up saved copy. And you might ask, why do I do that why do I throw it on peaceful to give a tour? And it's because that way people can come in and really enjoy the way things actually look, as opposed to me having to sit there and fight mobs the entire time, or having them possibly die. I don't want to have that going on. So that is why I had thrown on peaceful. So anyways, okay, I'm going to head back. I'm going to go actually head back to the main base. All right. So I just got done dropping off all that iron that we got over there from the iron golem farm. That is all set up for the hoppers. Now all we need to do is gather up enough wood to make the chest to complete the hoppers. So let's head on over to the woodshed and see what we can do inside of here. And what this actually is basically an AFK tree farm. Not really AFK, it's just kind of like a semi-automated tree farm. It basically allows you to throw the sapling down. Oh, it looks like, see, it'll push them all along there. You hold the sapling down, and it just kind of keeps growing like this. And after a while, you know, basically shoves all the blocks, all the wood into one massive block, and it's just really easy to harvest your wood. So I'll give you kind of a bird's eye view of this. Now, this design is definitely not my design. This is one of the ones I was talking about last episode of. It's a Mumbo Jumbo design, but the barn itself and the inside, the logging house, I like to call it, it definitely is. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to it and see how much I can get going. A lot of times it doesn't work this fast. But no, really, I have a rubber band tied around my remote right now, and I'm just sipping on a nice, tasty Red Bull. The only problem with the design is that occasionally you run out of saplings, and that's what these hoppers are right here for. Unfortunately, they sometimes land on the outside, so you just kind of walk around, pick them up. Climb up to the top because there'll be some up there as well. But this was right around 30 saplings, so let's see how well it's done. So you can kind of see the progress it's made. It's put out a couple rows, and it'll continually do that. And that spider you're listening to is underneath there, along with, most of the time we have a pet polar bear that's under there. So the hoppers also collect them, and you know, we'll throw the, apparently only caught one in there. That's so sad. This side caught two. And I know there's a way, oh, there we go. There's a way to actually fix it to where the saplings do fall down. But, you know, whatever. I gotta get out and occasionally walk around, do a little extra work. And after round 2, let's go have ourselves a look, see how well we did. Oh, yeah, it's starting to stack out real nice now. I think one more round should be able to finish it off to, no, around here. Well, it looks like we got ourselves a pretty good stack right here. I know that we didn't finish that off, but, you know, let's see. Oh, I didn't look. I collected one. So, all right, we already had 6 with us, so let's see how many we get by the time we are done here. Hopefully it's going to be close to what we need. And that should just about do it. All right. Wow. Okay, that didn't take too long. Let's check to see how much we got. We got, looks like there is 5, 8, about just under 8 stacks of through that process right there. That should be fairly close. I'm gonna head back to the base and let's make up some hoppers and see where we're at, see how many more we're gonna need. And this right here will be the last of the chests that I'm making with that entire the entire stack of wood we just took out from the logging station. And then I'll add this to what's inside the chest, and then we can start making our hoppers. Actually, we'll just go ahead and pull out some of those. One, two, three, four, 5. Yeah, that's for the first set. You know, I mean, if you don't know how to make a hopper, It is, it's fairly simple. It's basically 5 pieces of armor. And shaped like that with a chest in the middle. And with that, I mean, it's basically shaped like a hopper. And of course, it needs a chest to be able to hold the items correct. So then, you know, you just move over. If you're playing console, Y it down. And it basically just takes care of it like that. So I'll just go ahead and craft up the rest of these hoppers. And just in case you've never seen hoppers actually put in place before, here you go. If you're on console, you go ahead and crouch by using your left stick or whatever it is for your crouch button. Sweet. Half of the first storage unit is done, and that only took a couple minutes, so this is actually going to go by really fast. Well, storage system 1 side done. I do like to use the netherrack as scaffolding blocks, and you know, I'll also use it for when I want to have something to you know, kind of do an outline of a building or something like that. Especially for the roof, it's really easy to get rid of, right? You don't have to sit there and keep hacking at them. Netherrack really just it shatters pretty quick. And just, you know what? Give yourself some room to work. This is kind of what I was talking about. They're really easy to take out, especially when you pull a Wile E. Coyote and you stand on the block that you're trying to cut off. I should have been holding a sign that said "Yikes." Oh my goodness, almost there. Can't wait to get this last one in. Oh, ooh, and look at that. I am so glad I had brought a couple of these. I had a feeling I missed a couple chests, so that is the first one that I actually had to fill in. Surprisingly. But with these last couple more columns, that's going to be it. All the hoppers will be done. That went a little smoother than I truly expected. And I am so slow because I'm just crouch walking right now. I just don't even want to fall off this platform. You know, there's nothing worse than like getting towards the end and you're like, okay, yeah, I'm done. And then you fall down and you have to, we can just hop down right here and do this. I don't even need to be on top of that. Guys, we have a little bit of a problem here. This is the hopper run that all of the items are going to be going down, and then if they can, you know, if it's open for them to drop into their correct positioning, they will. When I get around to this side, I don't have enough room because, oh, where's it at? I'll just kind of show you here if I can select the right block to do this in. Let's see here. Let's, basically, I need 4 blocks. This would be considered 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Oh my gosh. So looks like I'm going to be doing a little bit more draining. Yeah. You know, after the frustration of realizing that I'm going to have to actually break back that wall and delete a lot of that water, or sorry, I should say, you know, sponge out a lot of that water, what I want to do is probably just go ahead and work on the item elevator for right now, and then we'll come back to this after I have a clear head. So let me show you guys a couple things. Okay, right now we are in the depths of the Hobbit hole. And now, a while back, I had built this item elevator, which was functional at the time. They did, I don't remember if it was 47 or 48, maybe it was 46 TU. It broke. So, you know, when you throw your items in, normally at that point in time, they would start just flowing right on up the glass elevator, no big deal, and it would catch into a stream, which you can see right there, and then head on over into a chest. And I knew that they were going to be fixing that bug. And so I wanted to always have one available just to kind of keep testing it until it actually was no longer valid to use. And eventually, you know, so yeah, now it's no longer working. But I do have a couple ideas of what I would like to do for an item elevator. So what I'd like to do is head over to my creative testing world and give you guys a sneak peek of what I want to build. All right, here we are. I had come up with a few designs to test them out to see if they'd even work. And this was the first one that I tried, and it was just the dispenser that would just push up everything up into the solid core blocks and have them come out and go into the inventory. But the problem that we're having with that is that not all of the items would make it up to the top, and they're getting spit out the side, and that's because of it's because of what they have going on right now. Instead of everything going straight up, if it's not in a precise area, it does go kind of cattywampus and all the items kind of fall on the ground. So then I decided, you know what, let's just go ahead and do the old dropper, the dropper elevator. It takes it all the way up. But that one there, my only issue that I have is that it's a constant clicking. And, it does work. It's the old standby method, and I really don't worry too much about this creating too much lag. The reason being is I'm the only one on the map. So, let's grab a few of these though. This is what we wanted to do. What I ended up deciding on is this one right here. Now this is a ilmango design. Okay, ilmango, in my opinion, is, as of right now to this date, is the best redstoner out there. And for a long time, C&B Minecraft, and then of course Mumbo, ilmango is doing things right now that are just above and beyond anyone else. So a Tango Tech as well. He in fact, I have a Tango Tech potion brewing system over there that I absolutely love, and I don't know if I'm going to put that one in the world that we're working on now. But let me kind of explain the mechanics of this. I'm not going to give you a complete build on this. If you want to do that, there's some links in the description. In fact, this design was brought to me by a video by Hux, Hux, and his will be in the description as well. He is a console player, but if we look, when all the items that go up in a stack like that, they don't jump out, and they all make it into the hopper. And so the main thing is, hey, it works. That's goal number one. That is the most important thing. But let me kind of explain. I thought, I don't really want to have this L right here. What if, because I'd like to have the stream just run directly in here. But let me show you kind of what happens. If the items are flowing through and they're not in a designated spot and they're kind of going back and forth, you see how they're getting trapped right there? They get stuck underneath this staircase. And so it breaks the machine. If you see how that the trap doors aren't lifting up at all. So when we remove those, and we'll have to come down here and remove these as well. That is why ilmango had figured out, if you bring this here. This is where it needs to be. If you bring the stream like this, every item that gets thrown in, hopefully that was the right spot. Actually, it wasn't. It needs to be one more over. Oh my gosh. All right. So the reason why you want to have it going around a bend is because it lines up all of the items that are going up against that trap door. So let's take, these ones right here. If I start throwing them in and even start hitting them at different angles, when the trap door closes, you can see they all stack up in one spot, and then they all slide underneath that stair. And that is the importance of having that. And then it allows it to go to the top, and we don't have any problems. We won't have any item loss. Now, when they do eventually have the next big update where they make it to where you can use the fence post, we'll go back to that. We'll go back to that actual elevator, because this one here has a little bit of redstone. Not that big. It's not that complicated. But anyways, all right. I just wanted to show you this. Okay. All right. Now I am in the stream, in our item stream that's actually coming from our mining caves or whatever you want to call it. So this is the bottom of the shaft right here, and we are standing at, well, it looks like 11. Now I need to take it up to 62. So minimal 62. And then that should tie us right in with that hopper chain that's there. Like it's one block above it, so that way the water and the items will flow into it. Now, but what I think I want to do is I want to divert the stream and have it roll into here, so that this is where that this is right where I want it to flow through, come up at. So what I need to do is bring the stream out and around to have that angle again, so we can have everything line up properly and then have everything float upward. So I'm going to do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, I got the stream redirected. I do have the two iron trap doors in place. Same thing with the wooden pressure plate too. So what I want to do is run all the way down to, well, I don't think we'll run all the way down. Let's head back just a little ways away. And I say we do the pumpkin pie test. And you might be asking, why pumpkin pie, Bolts? And I say, why not? Because I got plenty of them, and I think, ow, I didn't ever even check to see how many I had. Hopefully they make it to the end, because if not, it looks like I'm going to be starving to death. So, yeah, I just wanted to follow it down, and then we'll take a look. Right here is where it dog legs to the right, and then back again to the right, well, left then right, and it looks like they all stacked up. So all 47 of them, we got them. So it is definitely working. That is good news. So now all I got to do is put the redstone in, and we got ourselves a elevator. And with that redstone right there, a repeater right here, and a torch right there with a little click. That means that is all the redstone. So now all I need to do is let's go up top real quick. Let's see if the items end up floating through like we're wanting them to. We'll just drop them right here and watch them. All right, so they blocked off. They're lining up right. They won't lift right now. Well, I guess they will lift. So that is exactly what we're looking for. All right. See, now I could actually make this out of just regular stone all the way to the top, but I figured, what's the fun in that, man? I like to be able to watch the items lift up and down, even though I'll never see them. Also, if I ever have any issues, I can go back and take a look and see if they're just not climbing at all, or what the problem is. So I'm gonna end up making out of glass, and I just so happen to have that. So now is the fun part of filling it all in. There we go. Okay, so that is the shaft up to the top of the stairs. Before I go any higher, I want to definitely test this out, because if it's not going to work all the way up to this point, there's no use in going up any higher, making sure we don't have any, gaps in the shaft itself. So, okay, here's the test. We're going to take, we got 60 stone. Looks like I need to put some more compact ice, or packed ice right there where the blocks are kind of slowing up. But I don't want to, let's do them in little intervals too. I'd like them to go up at different times. I want to check to see if this is going to work. Man, I hope this does. I'm freaking excited. Go, 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 go. All right. Wait. All right, now oh, yes! Yes! Sweet! All right. Okay, there's the other one. Now, is there going to be any more? Oh, yeah, look, there they come. And we have all 60. Yes! Yeah, I'm so happy. Okay, I think we have it. Now, I don't want to actually connect this hopper line, although I'm going to throw the hoppers in there for right now. I didn't think that through too well, did I? Let's jump up there, and let's just crouch and put it there, and I think that's it. So what we'll do is we're going to throw water on this right here. Oh, yeah, that wasn't too good. And I think we'll just go ahead and block it off like that. Now, I want to break the hopper line, but I didn't know how many. I didn't count the blocks. I should have. I wasn't thinking very good. Very clear. Let's just go like this right now. We're gonna block that off, and then I will put. I'm gonna put a stone above it. There we go. All right, that'll stop them, and they should. Any items that we throw in there right now will stop at that point. Okay, here we are again. Let's just start. Let's start checking stuff. That was 58 cobble, 28, maybe not, I don't know. Pumpkin pie, some iron, and some quartz, why not? Alright, let's get back to the top. Go. Hopefully when we walk past the window, we'll be able to see the items going up. Oop. There's the cobble. What was next? Redstone? Oh, hoppers and redstone. Pumpkin pie and iron. Oh, this is fun. All right. And then they should be loading in. That is amazing. That is awesome. So we have built ourselves a successful item elevator in this episode. I am so stoked. Alright, I have gotten a little bit more done since the last time I saw you, and right now I'm just throwing on these item frames. So that way when they do get dedicated, we can just throw the item in right where we need it to go. And I've already actually figured out where I want some of these blocks to go. So let me kind of show you the progress that has been made. Up top here, we have the sorting is in place now, and I'll kind of explain how this works. Basically, you put in 4 items that are renamed, and then the actual item that you want. Now, the reason why you rename these items is so that way, you know, I'll never have loaves of bread that are 2, 2, 3, 4 ever coming through the system, so I don't have to worry about this filling up with another item, and only a stone can drop into this hopper right here, which then allows all the other stone to drop down below. As soon as a stone passes through here, it's just going to drop in and then continue its way down to the bottom, and then this will only go to you know, let's see, if I were to take half these stone, drop them in, it'll stop at 41. And what's happening is it's putting out a signal down to this repeater, which is then turning off a redstone torch that I have right there. Now this length, the reason why I have it at this length, a lot of times people will bring it down 1 from that point and then call it good. It basically means that I'm not going to have a I'm not going to be having a backup happen, and you know, and possibly have everything break. So it's just kind of another safety call. So if you look through this one, there is the stone slabs. In here is the cobble slabs, you know, and so on and so forth. And then this is the main line that all of the items flow down, and then they only drop into the designated slots. So basically I have gotten all the way down to this point here, which I think I've designated for dirt, and I have. So I just need to get more dirt. Once it gets 41 dirt or 42 dirt, then the first one will flop in down there. And so, you know, I'll kind of give you a real quick show on how to set this up. So this hopper line will actually continue over, but first thing you want to do is throw on your comparator, and then kind of step back a little bit. Now run that hopper directly into, well, let's see if it's going to let me, directly into the back side of that. Now, when the hopper line continues through, it will, you know, the items will flow over and flow in if they need to. And if they need to flow in, then, oh, I ran out of redstone. So basically, you just put two redstone. The third redstone goes here. There's your repeater, and underneath this block, let me jump down real quick. I'll give you a real quick preview of it. Is a redstone torch. When that redstone torch shuts off, then that hopper opens up and allows the items to flow down to the bottom, and then as that gets filled, it just kind of keeps filling up. That's just basically how it all works. So it's pretty simple. It's not too complex. This design by having the extra stone on the back side of that sorter, that was done by Impulse SV. I'm gonna make sure I leave a link into his to his video for that and the explanation for it. He gets into a little more technical than I just gave you right there. But you know what? As of right now, I think I'm going to leave it where we're at. And I think we got quite a bit done. I mean, we got all those hoppers put in place. We got that item elevator installed. And then we have started on the sorting system. So, some pretty good progress. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and start to get to work. Hopefully by the time I get back to you guys, I've already got majority of this done. Maybe we can wrap this up next episode and start on something else. So on that note, thanks for stopping by. If you liked, subscribed, and shared, it's an awesome thing.